Here's the truth. Everyone has weaknesses. Yes, even the most successful people you admire. But the difference between them and everyone else? They don't see their weaknesses as flaws. They see them as opportunities. What if I told you that your weaknesses could actually be your greatest strengths? What if, instead of running from them, you could learn to embrace them, improve them, and even use them to your advantage? In this guide, I'll show you how to turn your weaknesses into strengths and unlock your full potential. Let's dive in. Step 1. Change how you see weaknesses. Most people see weaknesses as something to hide or avoid. But here's the truth. A weakness is just an area where you haven't developed yet. Think of it this way. If you're bad at public speaking, it's not a flaw. It's a skill you haven't mastered yet. If you struggle with time management, it's not a personal failing. It's an area for growth. The first step to turning a weakness into a strength is changing how you think about it. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," start saying, "I can get better at this." Weaknesses are only permanent if you let them be. Step 2. Identify your weaknesses. You can't fix what you don't face. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I avoid because I'm not confident in it? What do others often point out as areas for improvement? What's one skill or trait I've always wished I was better at? Write down your answers. Be honest with yourself. This isn't about judgment. It's about growth. Once you've identified your weaknesses, choose one or two to focus on. Trying to tackle everything at once will only overwhelm you. Step 3. Turn weaknesses into opportunities. Here's the secret. Every weakness has a hidden strength. For example, if you're a bad listener, it means you have an opportunity to improve your relationships by practicing active listening. If you're overly shy, you have the chance to develop empathy and become a great observer of others. If you're disorganized, it's a sign that mastering systems and routines could revolutionize your productivity. Reframe your as opportunities for growth. Instead of thinking, "This is something I'm bad at," think, "This is an area where I can grow stronger than ever." Step 4. Create a plan for growth. Once you've reframed your weakness, it's time to take action. Here's how. 1. Break it into skills. For example, if your weakness is public speaking, break it into smaller skills like structuring a talk, speaking clearly, and managing stage fright. 2. Learn and practice. Take courses, read books, or find a mentor to help you improve. Practice regularly to build confidence. 3. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins along the way. Each improvement, no matter how small, is proof that you're growing. Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Step 5. Leverage your strengths. Here's a twist. Sometimes your weaknesses are the flip side of your strengths. For example, if you're too detail-oriented, that's also what makes you great at spotting mistakes others miss. If you're a perfectionist, that's also why your work is high quality. If you're overly emotional, that's also why you're deeply empathetic. Instead of seeing your weakness as a flaw, look for the strength that comes with it. Then, find ways to use that strength to your advantage. Step 6. Surround yourself with support. You don't have to fix your weaknesses alone. Seek out people who can help you grow. For example, find a mentor who's strong in the areas you're working on. Partner with someone whose strengths complement your weaknesses. Join a community or group that supports your growth journey. Having the right people around you can make all the difference. They'll encourage you, challenge you, and remind you of your progress when you feel stuck. Step 7. Embrace your imperfections. Here's the final step. Stop aiming for perfection. You don't need to turn every weakness into a superpower. You just need to learn how to manage it, grow from it, and not let it hold you back. At the same time, remember that your imperfections make you human. They make you unique. They make you relatable. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from accepting yourself, flaws and all, and committing to growth anyway. Your weaknesses aren't the end of your story, they're just the beginning. By identifying your weaknesses, reframing them as opportunities, and taking intentional steps to grow, you can turn them into strengths that set you apart. So here's your challenge. Pick one weakness you want to work on this week.